Guys, and welcome back. So this is the fourth video in this module, Python containers. We'll be looking at lists so far, and this is, well, it's taking a lot of time for us to finish up this list, and I think we still have one more video after this for us to finish up list, and then we'll go into tuples, dictionary, and then set. So in this video we are going to be looking at nested lists. Okay, when you have a list within another list, how do you go ahead to index or to work with such kind of list or such kind of containers? That's what we are going to be looking at here. So basically the concept I'm going to use here is the same thing you're going to use when it comes to dictionaries, when it comes to sets, when it comes to tuples, how you want to index or access nested objects. It's basically going to be the same thing. Okay, so we just move down to our ID and see how we can work with this. So as usual, I'm using Jupyter Notebook, so I'm going to create a list. It's going to be a list of lists. Let's say I have a list of names and ages of persons. Okay, so I'm going to call these records. What are the records? For the first person, I have the person's name to be Smith, being me, and my age. You want to know my age, that's 78. For the second person, I have his name being Del Z, and his age, that guy is just 16 years old. And then the third person, that's going to be whoever, and this is a she. Her name is going, her age is going to be 56. So I have a nested. This is called a nest. So if you're asked, the first thing we need to do is, how do we get the length of this list? So we can say the length of record, obviously it is meant to be 3 because we have just 3 things there. This is the first, this is the second, and this is the third. Okay, so since we have just 3 things, if I want to get the record of the first person, I'm going to say give me what is in index 0, or what's at index 0. Okay, and that's going to give me the result as this. That's what's at index 0. If I want to get the last item, I'll do what we've been doing. Give me what's at index -1, or any other method I want to use. That's going to give me what is at index -1. Okay, so that's working fine. Just hold on, guys. Let's see. Let's toggle this header. And what else can I toggle? Toggle toolbar. Okay, let's work with just that. I think this will look fine. So so that's going to work out fine. But now the question becomes, what if I want to extract the age of Del Z, of the second item? So what should I do? So one way we could do this, we can first of all store the item somewhere. I can say, okay, for the second person or the second record, the second item I have there, which is going to be record of 1. So if I check for that, this is going to give me that. So now this is just a normal list, so I can say, okay, give me what's at index 1, which is now going to give me 16. But as you can see, I may want to do this in 1 step and not 2 steps, not to extract the item and then try to look for 6. I want to do this in 1 step, so I can just go ahead and extract this. After extracting this, select the age, which is what I have there, 78. So how do I do that? I can simply use record. I'll give the index of the item, which is index 0. Then I'll say, okay, once you've extracted that, give me what is at index 1 of what is there. So that's going to give me 78. Okay, so this is it. This is index 0. This is index 0. And within index 0, we are looking at index 1. So similarly, if I want to extract who, which is the last item, and then the first index in that last item, I can go ahead and use negative indices. I can say give me the last item, and then give me the first item in that last item. So that's going to give me who. I can even go ahead and do something else. Okay, since this is a string, I can say, okay, give me this is string, so I can also extract this O out of this string. I can say, okay, give me what's at -1, and that's going to extract the O out of it. Okay, similarly, I can use this method to change items I have in a list. I can say, okay, for the last person, the the user's age is not what it is. I made a mistake. I'm supposed to, that age is short of 10. So instead of it being what it is, okay, now it is 66. Initially it was 56, but I just added 10 to it, and then we made it 66. Okay, I can use similar approach and say, okay, I want to multiply my age by 10. If I want to multiply my age by 10, that's going to be index 0. With index 0 I have index 1, and whatever you have there, go ahead and multiply it by 10. This is me using augmented assignment, and it's still going to work out fine. If I check what I have there, so imagine me being 780 years old. That's going to be lovely, and looking still young, very young. That would be a nice one. Okay, so that's what you have according to how. So you can still use this method to change the whole of this item if you want. Okay, that's a challenge for you to work on. Change everything you have here as you and you can, all other options we've been looking at on list can be performed there. You can find a particular item, you can go ahead and delete a particular item, you can insert new items if you want. So I can go ahead and say I want to insert new record, so I want to append a new item, which is going to be Wilson. And Wilson is a very old man. He's 90 years old. So if I check what record is now, and I wonder why that's wasting time. Okay, so we have the last item now to be Wilson. Okay, so that's guys for this video. So in the next video we are going to be looking at tuples. Okay, now there are some other concepts we are meant to treat here. We are meant to see how we can reference item, how we can reference how lists are stored by reference, and how it's different from how numbers are stored. But that's a little bit intermediate topic that we are going to treat later on. In fact, I already have a playlist where I'm going to treat that in that playlist. Okay, so in the next video we are going to be looking at tuples, and as usual, if my video is helping you in any way, it is educative for you, go ahead and like, subscribe, share among your friends, and until then, stay safe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.